and they are involved in the pig community, and they're going to talk to us about the things that happen on a pig farm. So I'm going to hand it over to you guys. If you guys could just tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got started being a pig farmer.
Hi, my name is Zach. I've been here for about 3.5 years now, and I got started because what I was doing, I really didn't enjoy it, and I knew I wanted to get into farm life. And I heard about this opening, and so I thought I would try it out and see if I liked it or not, and I've loved it ever since.
Hello, my name is Phil Blackman. I've been with this company for going on 1 year, but I've been raising pigs for about 28 years. So, take care of people.
All right, so I have a couple of questions for you guys about being pig farmers. How did you learn how to be a pig farmer?
I learned based on hands-on experience. When I came in, I knew nothing about pigs, but for the people that I've worked with in the past, they showed me how to raise for and how to care for pigs. And so I basically just learned by the hands-on experience and dealing with them every day.
And how much like a lot of you guys, I was raised in a city. I've never been around pigs in my life. And in 1989, I got an opportunity to start working at a farm, and just like Zach said, just hands-on, just day by day, you learn a little bit. Another week, another month goes by, you learn a little bit more. You're always learning, man. This business is always changing.
All right. So today we are at the DNA Genetics Farm. So we are just south of Columbus a little bit, and we are standing in the pig farm with a group of boars. So boars are the boy pigs. And this farm is also called the Insight Performance Center because these pigs are all having their genetics studied by the farmers that work here. So genetics are the kinds of things that make your hair color the way it is, or maybe how tall you grow. And it's really a safe and accurate way for us to raise the best possible pigs that we can. So can you guys tell me, how many pigs live in the barn that we're in right now?
Right now, there's about 5,000 pigs in this barn, and it's made up of several pens, and each pen is about 16 pigs in each pen.
Awesome. So we're going to go and take a few questions from the kids that we have out there, and I'm going to call on you by your Zoom name that you typed in. All right, Stratton, do you guys have any questions for the farmers here today?
We don't have any questions right now.
You guys don't have any questions yet?
Nope.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see, CJ Effers, is that how that one is? There we go.
We're at Hay Center. Okay, and then
what do you normally do with the
What do you normally do with the pigs?
We raise them on a day-to-day basis, so we make sure they have enough food, enough water every day, and make sure the air quality in here is good. So it's a nice, suitable environment and comfortable. Let's say can grow in a nice, comfortable environment and be comfortable all day long.
That was a good question. Thank you, guys. We are going to take a question from Christ Lutheran.
Right up here, so they can see you. Okay, nice and loud.
What are baby pigs called?
Baby pigs are called piglets, is what we call baby pigs. So yeah, piglets is what they're called.
Good question. Thank you.
Welcome.
Let's see. All right. We are going to go back, and I have a few more questions for both farmers that are here today. So we've talked a little bit about where we're at and the pigs that are in here, and now we're going to talk about the different things that the farmers are doing here. So like I said, at this farm, the farmers study the traits for all of the different animals that are here, or all the different pigs, and they study those traits based on the breed. So what kind of breeds are here at IPC?
Here at IPC, we have 3 breeds. They're Duroc, Yorkshire, and Lay Ray.
Awesome. So how can you tell the difference between them?
The Durocs, they're red pigs, and both Yorkshire and Landrace are white pigs and pink pigs. The Yorkshire, their ears kind of stick up, they're kind of pointy, and the Landrace have ears that kind of flop down, they're pretty floppy, and they also have longer bodies than the York.
So kind of like he was talking about, you know, you can tell the difference between them just based on their color, their ears, and how big they get, it sounds like. So with those questions, we're going to move into a little bit about how they care for the pigs and what they have to do. Pigs require a lot of care because they can't take care of themselves. So what is your favorite part about caring for the pigs?
I would say my favorite part is just seeing a pig grow every day and get bigger and bigger. And if a pig does happen to get sick, giving it medicine and taking extra care of it and watching it get healthier and get back to normal.
And much like some of you that might have dogs or cats, you know, just the sense of taking care of something, you get a lot of enjoyment with that. I've always been an animal lover, and I just enjoy feeding them. I like watching them eat and taking care of them. And if they don't feel well, you know, trying to treat them to make them feel better. It's just, you just get the sense of pride, you know, just taking a young animal like this and turning out a beautiful animal that's, you know, ready to market. So.
Absolutely. So it sounds like you guys really like to take care of the pigs, but is it hard work to take care of the pigs?
Yes, it can be challenging at times because they can't speak to us, so they can't tell us what exactly is wrong with them. So we have to kind of read the pig in a way and see what they're telling us based on their body language. Their fur coat, when a pig gets sick, their fur coat gets pretty rough, so that's the next time we look for. And also, if they're just not running around like the other pigs, and we know it's sick also. So, yeah, basically just look at the signs that a pig is telling us, going off of those, and deciding what is wrong with the pig and how we can help it.
Absolutely. So as you guys can tell, we're inside of a building. Why do you raise pigs inside?
We raise pigs inside because of the predators and also the elements. They're not suited well for the harsh elements outside. So if it rains a lot or snows or it's cold, they have nowhere to go. Whereas in here, the temperature stays pretty constant for the most part, and so they don't have to worry about the big change in temperature on a day-to-day basis. And there's predators also,
And disease.
and disease also, mostly disease. They're really susceptible to diseases, so we keep them in here so that way they're free of diseases and able to grow in a nice, safe environment.
So keeping them safe in that environment is really important. What are some things that you do to keep them from catching diseases or to keep them from getting sick?
So the main thing we do is a good biosecurity here. So that means anytime you enter a pig barn, you have to take a complete shower before you come in. So you whatever clothes you wear to the pig barn, you take those off, you take a shower, and then you change in the clothes that they have here for us, and then we wear those every day. And then when we leave, we take these clothes off to keep them inside here. We take another shower, and then change back to our street clothes that we wore to the barn that morning, and wear those throughout the day. And next day, repeat the process.
Yeah, it's a great way to make sure that the pigs stay safe and healthy in the barn. So he also talked about when it's cold outside, that's the reason to raise them inside. So what's the temperature inside this barn today?
Inside this barn, probably 70 degrees. So it's a nice, comfortable environment for them. All the pigs are running around in this room. If you can see them, they'd all be running around. So they're all pretty happy with their temperature.
I'd like to add to that. When they come in, you know, they're only about 3 weeks old, so we start them off at about 90 degrees. Zach starts them off at 90 degrees. And then as they progress in age and they get older, then you start bringing the temperature down. So by the time they're ready to come out of these buildings, you know, they're down to around 70, 65, 70 degrees.
Absolutely. You know, just making sure another step in listening to them talk, you can just hear all of the things they're doing to take care of those pigs. So what we're going to do is we have a couple more things to talk about, and then we're going to switch so that you guys can see the pigs that are in here. Before we see them, how much do these pigs weigh?
These pigs weigh about 30 to 50 pounds right now. They come in weighing about anywhere from about 10 to 30 pounds. And then they grow. By the time they move them out of here, they'll be anywhere from about 40 to almost 90 pounds. So they grow pretty big here.
About a pound a day.
Yeah.
About a pound a day.
So what are they eating to help them grow like that?
Right now, they're on a corn and soybean meal diet. So helps them give energy and then also nutrients for their muscles to grow.
Absolutely. Yeah, you hold it. There's the camera right there.
Okay.
So Farmer Tim's got some feed.
This is the baby pig feed. There you go. It's just it's got ground corn and soybean meal. It's got a lot of vitamins and minerals in there for the baby pig.
So these farmers have to make sure that they're taking care of them and feeding them the right things. How many times does a pig's diet change?
The pig diet changes about 3 times here in the nursery. When they first come in, they're on one diet for a couple days, and we switch them to what we call their N1 diet, which has a few less nutrients. And then they get an N2 diet a week later, and then a couple weeks later on what we call their N4 diet, which is just straight corn and soybeans. So give them high energy and high protein to grow.
So it's kind of like when you're a baby and you start out with milk and then you go to soft food and then eventually you can go to more adult food. So it's kind of the same thing about what's going on here in the pig barn with these pigs. So we're going to go ahead and take a few questions if you guys have them. And we are going to start with, I can't tell who this is. It says user, and there is a boy in a lime green t-shirt with a Christmas tree. Can you say that one more time for us? They're not muted. There we go. Now we heard you kick on. Oh, maybe. There we go. What's your question?
How many machines do you use for pigs?
How are we going to use the pigs?
How many machines?
How many machines?
To use.
What kinds of machines?
Try it one more time.
How many machines do you use for pigs?
How many machines do you use for pigs?
Well, if you're calling a machine anything that's a simple motor, all of these, each room has a motor that turns this long screw that brings the feed in. But other than that, we use feed trucks to bring feed into the farm, put in these outside tanks. And then when the animals leave, of course, you have to have trucks and stuff. But as far as no machinery here, it's mostly physical labor.
Yeah, good question, you guys. Let's go back to, let's go to Stratton. Do you guys have a question?
Are the pigs separated into litters? Or are they just put?
So the pigs, when we first get them in from their moms, they're arranged by weight. So we weigh each pig when they first get here, and then we group them by weight. That way, all the pigs that are in a pen are about the same size. So if you put a really big pig with a really small pig, that really big pig is going to get more feed than that really small pig. So that small pig is going to fall back and not grow as well as the really big pig. And so we range them by weight. That way, all the pigs are about the same size, so they all get an equal chance at getting some food.
But they're all kind of like cousins in here, right? So they're all kind of together.
Yeah, there's some brothers in the same pens and, cousins, and yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you guys for your question. All right, Ashlyn Greenwood. Do you guys have a question?
Yes. Do baby pigs birth at your place?
you have baby pigs? Do they give birth at this farm?
Here in this farm, we do not have any baby pigs. They're about 3 weeks old when they first come here. So they're born at another site, and then they're there for about 3 weeks. And then they get put on a trailer, and they're shipped here. And so we get them when they're about 3 weeks old. So they're just coming out of that baby pig stage and starting to become kind of older pigs.
Good question. Thank you, guys. Let's go to Hayes Center.
How much bacon does one pig make?
Well, the bacon actually comes from the sides of the animal, kind of back behind the ribs. So you're going to get 2 slabs per animal. So I would guess probably 4 pounds, something like that. That was a guess.
The funny thing about bacon is when you cook it, it starts to shrink a little bit. So you lose a little bit of that meat as you're cooking it. Good question, though.
Very good question.
All right. Let's see. Christ Lutheran. What question do you guys have?
Come closer.
Can you milk a pig?
Can you ask that one more time?
Can you milk a pig?
Milk a pig. Yeah. No.
No.
No, you cannot milk a pig.
A baby pig can milk it.
Good question. All right, let's go to Neely Oakdale. Do you guys have a question?
Are you talking about Elgin?
Nope, Neely Oakdale has a question.
Okay.
How much pounds can a full-grown pig weigh?
Full grown. How much can it weigh?
Well, the animals that we have in this barn can get up to 300 pounds, but that's only at about 7 months old. So if he lived a long time, pigs can get upwards of pretty close to 1,000 pounds if you let him keep going and you feed him enough.
Most of the hogs that go to market are going to be in that 300-pound range, so kind of like he's talking about, because their purpose is really for meat production here in Nebraska. So that weight is what is ideal to make the bacon that we eat. All right. Let's see, Burwell. What question do you guys have? We can't hear your question. Oh dear.
I heard I read boy pigs. You said something about boy pigs.
Try it one more time and talk really slow. Why do you only have boy pigs? Why are there only boy pigs here?
I read boy pigs. Are there girl pigs and boy pigs?
Are there boy pigs and girl pigs? Let's see. Miss Curry, if you you can send us a chat message and we can read it from there. Go ahead and send us that. We'll watch for that to come through. Highland. Matthew, are you guys there?
We are here.
Awesome. Do you guys have a question for us?
Yes. How many times do
Say it nice and loud.
how many times do they eat a day?
So here, the pigs can eat anytime throughout the day if they want to. They have continuous feed all day long, every day. So whenever they feel hungry and want to eat and there's nobody at the feeder, then they go ahead and eat. Otherwise, if they're hungry and there's already pigs at the feeder, then they'll need to fight their way to feed. That's also another reason why we arrange it by weight. That way, that small pigs don't get pushed out by that big pig.
Good question, you guys. I kind of have a follow-up question to that. Do you limit the amount of pounds of food you put in their feed?
Only the different types, all the different feed changes you were talking about. Like you might give only 1 pound in the first ration, and the next ration might be 3 pounds, and it goes up. But once they get on the last ration, they just get unlimited feed.
It's just unlimited.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Good point. All right. Let's see. If there is okay. From Burwell to everyone, are boy and girl piglets separated?
So normally other farms definitely are separated, but here at this farm, since we only have boy pigs, we don't have to worry about separating the boy pigs and girl pigs. So yes, at other farms they are separated by boy pigs and girl pigs also.
That's a good question, you guys. All right, let's see. I think everyone got through on that round. All right, we have time, I think, for maybe one more round of questions. So we're going to start at the very beginning again and then show you the pigs at the end and kind of what they look like in here. So let's go back to Stratton. What question do you guys have?
How many?
Start again.
How many piglets does one pig produce?
How many pigs does a mom have per litter?
Well, they can have upwards of 16 pigs for every litter. But maybe not all of those pigs would survive, you know. So what you're looking for is about 14 really good pigs per sow per litter.
So they're similar to like dogs for other people on there that we heard. They're not like a cow even where they have just one baby. They have multiple babies at one time.
Yeah. And then they can have almost 3 pregnancies a year.
Right. Yeah. Good question, you guys. Thank you. All right, let's go to, I don't know who this is. Is this Hayes as well, this user with the Christmas tree and the gentleman in the lime green t-shirt?
Go ahead. You're there. Nice and loud.
Do you know how many pounds of food they eat a day?
1 pound? How many pounds of food they eat a day?
Yeah, as they grow, they eat more, obviously. So when they start out, they might not even eat a pound a day. But then by the time, you know, like our bigger animals here, they'll probably easily eat 7, 8 pounds a day.
Do you guys think you can eat 7 or 8 pounds of food a day? Raise your hand if you think you could do that. A few hands. Awesome. Thank you guys for your questions. All right, Ashlyn Greenwood, what question do you guys have for us?
How many gallons of water do each pig drink a day?
Pounds of water?
A cow drinks 30. If that's anything in percentage. I don't know how much you think drinks though. You have stumped both of the farmers.
We
they
should
aren't
know that.
for
They
sure.
drink a lot of water.
They drink a lot of water. We'll show you guys kind of how they get the water after the questions are through, so we'll make sure to point out where that comes from. The only perspective I know is that a cow drinks 30 gallons, and a pig is not even close to the same size as a cow. All right. Thank you for your question. All right. Hayes Center, what question do you guys have for us?
Do you like your jobs as pig farmers?
You like your job?
Yeah, I love my job here. I enjoy waking up every day and coming to work and working with the pigs every day and caring for them and making sure they get big and they get shipped out the door.
How about you, Tim?
What Well, I've been doing it for 28 years, so I better like it. But yeah, I do. I enjoy working with the good people, and I like the farming lifestyle. I would prefer to do this than I would wear a suit and a tie and sit in an office. I would not be happy doing that.
That's awesome. That was an awesome question, you guys. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Christ Lutheran, what question do you guys have?
How long does it take for a piglet to be able to walk?
Actually, pigs, they come, well, once they're born, they start walking right away. So it's not like us humans where it takes us a few months to learn how to walk, or other animals also. The piglets, once they come out, they start walking right away.
That was a good question. Thank you, guys. All right. Neely Oakdale, what question do you guys have for us?
Can pigs be?
What was that?
Can you say that one more time?
What color can pigs be?
What colors can they be?
Yeah, pigs could be almost any color. There's black pigs, brown pigs, white pigs. There's some that are like both white and black, or black, white, and brown. So pigs can be almost any color, really.
They can have spots.
Yeah.
They can have stripes.
Yeah, just about anything you can imagine.
All different colors of pigs. Good question. All right. Burwell, do you guys have a question for us? This time you guys are muted. Can you see that button with the microphone on the bottom? There you go. Now try.
How many pigs do we have at our farm?
No. Send us a chat and we'll watch for your question to come through, okay? Send us a chat message again. All right, Highland, Mr. Coase, what question do you guys have?
How many pig? Well, how old can a pig get, and do they get any treats with their meals?
So how old? Yeah, here they'll be about 7 months old until they get to market. And no, we do not give them
Pig years are very different than human years. So like 7 months old is a really old pig. All right. Elgin, are you guys on? Do you have a question?
Yes. Just a second.
Perfect.
We're coming. Okay, right here. Hurry up.
How many pegs do you have?
Say it real loud.
How many pegs do you have?
How many pigs do we have?
Here on the nursery, we have about 1,550 pigs here, and about 5,000 total between here in the nursery and that finisher. So quite a bit.
Lots and lots of pigs live on this farm. Good question, you guys. All right, I saw Burwell's chat come through. Okay, their question is similar to that. You have 500 pigs in this barn. You have more than one barn.
Yeah, so we have a nursery and a finisher. They're all under the same roof, but connected by a hallway. So yeah, we have 2 barns here, and one's a nursery and one's a finisher.
Good question, you guys. We had lots of really great questions today. There we go. And what we're going to do now is we are going to end by looking at the pigs. So I'm going to shift the camera so you guys can see all the pigs. And then do you want to jump in there and show them the feed and the water? All right, whenever you're ready.
So yeah, this is the feeder. So feed from the outer, from the thin outside, shot on the feed tube. And so this is full of feed, the yellow feed. So this is just corn and soybean and carrots, corn. And then they all feed from here, the feed down here, so the feed drops down, a little feedless right here. All do is just touch it up, more feed falls down, so you can continue to eat all that feed. And then this right here, really in water. Just like something out, all that juice push down, and water comes out. Yeah, so yeah, it's on to it.
There you go. So you guys can see that pig drinking right there in that video. There, just put their nose against it. All right. Well, that is all we have for time together today. Don't forget there are 550,000 careers that you can be a part of the pig community here in Nebraska. There are a lot of different things to learn about. Things like science and math and technology are all important in this community. So thank you guys for being on the call today.